Hey there, fellow Americans. This is breaking news you need to hear right now. The Senate has just approved a massive $6,500 stimulus package, and the funds are set to hit bank accounts at midnight tonight. Yes, you heard that right, $6,500 could be in your account in just hours. Are you ready to find out if you qualify and what you need to do to make sure you get your payment? This information is crucial, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now so you never miss another breaking update like this one. Let me break down what just happened in Washington. After weeks of heated debates and closed-door negotiations, the Senate finally reached a bipartisan agreement on this emergency stimulus package worth over $1.3 trillion. This comes as millions of Americans continue to struggle with rising inflation, job insecurity, and mounting debt in our volatile economy. The most significant part of this package is the direct payment of $6,500 to eligible American adults. That's nearly triple the amount of previous stimulus checks. But here's the thing, there are specific requirements you must meet, and if you don't take action before midnight, you might miss out entirely. Have you checked your eligibility status yet? The vote came down to the wire with a final tally of 62 to 38, just barely crossing the 60-vote threshold needed to overcome a filibuster. Several key senators who had previously opposed additional stimulus measures changed their positions after seeing alarming new economic data that hasn't yet been released to the public. What could these numbers show that was so convincing? Sources close to the Senate floor debate suggest that economists presented projections showing a potential economic downturn far worse than previously anticipated if immediate action wasn't taken. This stimulus isn't just about helping individuals, it's about preventing an economic collapse that could affect every single person watching this video right now. Now, let's talk about eligibility. Unlike previous stimulus payments, this one has a much broader income threshold. Single filers earning up to $95,000 annually and joint filers earning up to $190,000 will qualify for the full amount. Those earning above these thresholds will see a gradual phase-out until the cutoff at $120,000 for individuals and $240,000 for joint filers. Do you fall within these income brackets? If so, you're likely eligible for the full $6,500 payment. The package also includes additional support for dependents, $1,500 per dependent, regardless of age. This means a family of 4 could potentially receive $12,000 overnight. Have you updated your dependent information with the IRS recently? The Treasury Department has already announced they'll be using direct deposit information from previous tax returns or stimulus payments to distribute these funds. If you've received a tax refund via direct deposit or previous stimulus payments electronically, you don't need to do anything, the money will automatically appear in your account. But what if your banking information has changed? What if you've never received a direct deposit from the government before? You need to act fast. The Treasury has set up an emergency portal on their website where you can update your information, but it closes at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. After that, you'll have to wait for a paper check, which could take weeks or even months to arrive. Many Americans are wondering why this stimulus is being distributed so quickly. Typically, these payments take weeks or months to process, but this time, the funds are being released immediately. Economic advisors close to the administration have explained that the unusual urgency stems from concerning market indicators that suggest an imminent economic stress point. By injecting billions into the economy literally overnight, officials hope to prevent a potential market crash that could devastate retirement accounts and investment portfolios across the nation. Does this sudden urgency concern you? Should we be worried about what financial experts are seeing behind the scenes? Financial analysts are already predicting how this influx of cash might affect the economy. Some warn of potential inflation risks, while others argue that the targeted nature of these funds will stimulate spending in key sectors without overheating the economy. Major retailers have already announced special midnight sales to capitalize on the stimulus funds, with companies like Amazon, Target, and Walmart launching stimulus specials the moment the clock strikes 12. But is rushing to spend this money the wisest choice? Have you considered how best to use this unexpected windfall? Financial advisors are recommending a measured approach. While it might be tempting to splurge, the smartest move might be to address existing debt, especially high-interest credit cards or past due bills. Others suggest splitting the funds, perhaps 50% toward debt or savings, 30% toward necessary purchases you've been putting off, and 20% for something enjoyable to boost your mental well-being after these challenging times. What would you do with a sudden $6,500? Would you pay off debt, invest it, save it for emergencies, Or spend it on something you've been wanting? The stimulus package isn't just direct payments, it also includes expanded unemployment benefits, rental assistance programs, small business grants, and healthcare subsidies. But these programs will take longer to implement, which is why the direct payments are being prioritized. If you're currently unemployed or struggling with housing costs, additional help is coming, but you'll need to apply through separate portals that will open next week. Will you be applying for any of these additional assistance programs? Do you know someone who might benefit from this information? There's also controversy surrounding this stimulus package. Critics argue that the rapid approval process meant that many lawmakers didn't have time to fully read the entire 2,700-page bill before voting. Some are questioning what else might be hidden in the fine print. Others are concerned about the national debt and the potential long-term economic consequences of such massive government spending. These are valid concerns, but supporters counter that the immediate need outweighs these long-term considerations. What do you think? Is this stimulus package a necessary lifeline or an irresponsible spending spree? Some reports suggest that this stimulus package may not be the last. Insiders claim that discussions are already underway for another round of direct payments later this year if economic indicators don't improve sufficiently. This information hasn't been publicly confirmed yet, but multiple sources on Capitol Hill have hinted at ongoing plans for continued economic support. How many more stimulus packages can our economy sustain? Is this becoming the new normal for economic policy in America? If you received your payment tonight, it's important to verify that the amount is correct. Some early reports indicate that calculation errors have resulted in some people receiving too little or too much money. If you believe there's an error with your payment, document everything and contact the IRS through their dedicated stimulus hotline, which will be operational 24/7 starting tonight. Have you had issues with previous stimulus payments? Do you know how to verify that you've received the correct amount? Tax experts are also reminding Americans that these stimulus payments are not considered taxable income. You won't need to report these funds on your 2025 tax return, and they won't push you into a higher tax bracket. However, if you're receiving certain types of government assistance, you should check whether this influx of cash might temporarily affect your eligibility for those programs. Have you considered how this payment might interact with other benefits you're currently receiving? As we approach the midnight deadline, social media is already buzzing with discussions about this stimulus package. The hashtag #MidnightMoney is trending nationwide, with Americans sharing their plans for these funds and helping each other navigate the verification process. Community support groups are forming online to assist elderly or tech-challenged individuals with accessing the Treasury portal before it closes. Do you have loved ones who might need help ensuring they receive their payment? Could you reach out to them before the deadline? I'll be staying online tonight to provide live updates as the payments start rolling out across different time zones. Make sure you've subscribed and turned on notifications so you don't miss any breaking developments. Remember, if you need to update your banking information, you have until midnight Eastern Time to do so through the Treasury portal. This could be the financial boost many Americans desperately need right now. Don't let this opportunity slip away because of missed information or technical difficulties. Stay informed, stay prepared, and check your accounts at midnight. I'll see you in the next update.